So, good morning again, boys and girls. How's everybody doing? It is Tuesday? Must be Tuesday, August 11th. Once again, it is hotter than hell out here, but there are clouds around, 20% chance of rain, and I could maybe find some clouds and a little bit cooler weather somewhere. Anyway, I bought some new rear view mirrors. Not that the ones I have don't work great. They have wonderful visibility, you know, for 20 bucks on Amazon, Mick Tuning. But they're not chrome, you know, and the stock mirrors are chrome, and they look so much better on the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie really does deserve that touch of chrome. So I bought some chrome mirrors. They don't appear to be concave. Who sells flat mirrors? Mirrors have to be concave, you know, looking or convex, whatever the one is that make things appear closer than they are or further than they are, whatever it is. So I don't know. I mean, these look nice, but I don't know if I'm going to get any visibility out of them. And they came. I've never seen anything wrapped in so much plastic and bubble wrap and plastic and layer on layer and every little thing. I mean, they must have used 15 pounds of plastic to package these things. Never seen anything like it. So they did show up nice and shiny, that's for sure. So anyway, let's go ahead and install the mirrors. I don't know how much of a ride I'm going to get in, but we'll see what we can do. I like the new camera setup. It's just whether I can emotionally handle driving around with idiots on the road in this heat. My last video, I kind of lost it. Being cut off twice was a little too much. So anyway, let's see what happens. So guys, first of all, I've been cutting my own hair. I think this high and tight I gave myself was a little too high and a little too tight. But you know, live and learn about these things. Nice thing about hair is it grows back. Here are these mirrors. And I'm telling you, you've never seen anything wrapped in so much plastic. Every bit, there's still plastic on here. I haven't taken off, if you can see that. But they're nice looking chrome mirrors. The problem is, I think they're just perfectly flat. But the idea is to replace these and have something high enough to clear my throttle lock. That's the only reason why I'm not using the stock mirrors. I like the stock mirrors a lot. So anyway, let's get these suckers on there and see if I can see anything, see how they look, see if they clear my throttle lock. And I mentioned that I was having a problem with throttle lock. So it was this screw bolt here. I had the two long ones in there, and when I went to full lock, it still hits on this back one a little bit, doesn't it? But you saw it adjust. So that's full lock. So I got a shorter one on the front here. Still have the longer one on the back, but you saw it just hit the tank and just sort of adjusted itself. So that's good. That should solve the throttle lock problem. And I think you can see here that these mirrors came with lots of bolts, 3 sets of adapters here, and they say they work with 8 or 10 millimeter holes. I think I've got 10 millimeter on this Honda. So let's get these things on. So there's some really weird things about these. Number one, these bolts seem to work just fine. You know, they're appear to be a 10 to 8 adapter, which is fine. The blue end is going into the mirror. This is a 10, goes right into the Honda. All that's great. The up and down adjustment is pretty good, and you can see it easily clears my throttle lock. I can go much lower if I want to. What does not make any sense at all, however, and there's always something, is that these do not seem to tilt up and down. This is rigid. this way, this way. It's like, so how on earth am I going to adjust these on the fly when I'm riding to see what I want to see? This story just keeps getting stranger and stranger. So what's the verdict? Well, pre-ride I'd have to say no, it's a disaster. I mean, first of all, they're too small for the proportions of the bike. So I don't even think they look good, which is the whole point of the chrome. And then I'm not going to be able to see a damn thing behind me. Now they do tilt forward and backwards. I was wrong about that. So that would have been nuts. But man, I hate to return things. It's such a hassle. But I can't imagine that this is a winner. I'll go give them a ride, but I'm sure these are going back. And then on top of everything else, I forgot my helmet at home, so I gotta ride home real quick and get that. It's 3 miles. So, that was interesting. And you might think that I enjoyed riding without a helmet just there, and that I only wear a helmet because of the law. Well, there is no helmet law in South Carolina. But honestly, I prefer having a helmet on. My glasses were shaking all over the place. My hair was blowing around. I mean, the only reason to not wear a helmet is you think it's going to be more comfortable, or you think you're going to look cool. And I think I look like an idiot, and it was less comfortable. So wear a helmet, kids. The other thing that I find interesting, and this is why I try not to make snap judgments. You know, my first impression of these mirrors is, nope, get rid of them, they're wrong, you know? Said the proportions are too small. I still have plastic on here. I've never seen so much plastic in my effing life. It's incredible. Every little bit is wrapped with more plastic than you can imagine. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But anyway, so the looks are already growing on me, and the visibility, they are not convex, but visibility might be sufficient. And I do think this bike needs chrome mirrors. I think that's clear. So anyway, let's go get my helmet. Maybe let it cool off a little bit more, and I'll get back out there. So I think I've got video on both cameras. And let's see what we got here. Blue sky there, clouds to the north. Just want to take a little spin on this thing. I thought I'd get a nice combination of, you know, traffic and a little bit of back road and a little bit of highway. It's really about the mirrors today. By the way, my watch today is my CCP Diver, which is a big honking lump of brass. Kind of like it. All right, here we go. So yeah, the real test of these mirrors will be in traffic. Again, I don't know how you sell a flat mirror. I don't get it. But, you know, unless this causes me to, you know, go to the right, you know, to change lanes in front of somebody and I get taken out, probably won't be too big of a deal. Generally speaking, motorcycles make it so you don't have to worry too much about who's behind you or what's behind you, because you're going. Can I close this windshield? Yeah. I can close the windshield, which is kind of brutal in this weather. I'll save that for the highway. Yeah, I tried to adjust this camera's angle a bit so I could close the windscreen, but then I think maybe it's a little bit pointing too far down. I don't know. Where is Steven Spielberg when you need him, you know? It's freaking complicated to try to create these videos, and I do a pretty crappy job compared to the pros. Mirrors look good, I'll tell you that. From this angle on the bike, I'm loving the chrome. Yeah, boy. This VW is slow. I don't think the guy in front of him is much better. that was in fifth gear, top gear from about 35 miles an hour. That's why the pickup was so low, so slow rather. But then I'm impressed as hell by that. That was pretty good take-up speed for top gear. Just need to come down just a bit. We need the sky and need the road. Same thing over here. That's better. Much better. Just come down just a tad. Yeah, I can see the road behind me. So, what the hell? Style over substance, that's my motto. Not really. And I love it when I get something I don't have to return. That's a victory all by itself. Mishmash of traffic here. Try to be a gentleman. What are you doing? You don't see all that room up ahead? I have no idea what you're doing, buddy. This doesn't look much better. Don't do that. Damn. Much better. Yikes. You want to be wrestling with your mirrors at 65 miles an hour. Back north. Or maybe cut all the way through here to International Drive. I'm not sure. All I know is I didn't want to wait 5 minutes for a light out on 501. So I guess this thing's pointing in the right direction. I don't know. You know, it's funny, when I first got this motorcycle and I was going down the highway and I was listening to the engine note and it sounded like this really loud, like, drone, and it was bothering me. And I was like, oh my God, what have I done? Have I bought a motorcycle that's going to annoy me the whole time I'm on it? Well, since then, I don't know what it is, but I have come to love the sound of this motor. I love it at idle. I love it when I'm accelerating. And I like the constant sound of it on the highway. I've absolutely fallen in love with it. So I guess that was just something I needed to get used to. And is it an interest? I have this all the time where I buy something. My first reaction is, nope, it's not right, it's no good. And that was certainly my reaction on these mirrors.